Hello everybody, it's Philip from MGD 1506, and this is our week 3 project video, the beta. We do have a workable game here that has quite a bit into it, and I wanted to show you that for this week. Now, one of the requirements for this week is that we had to have multiple GUI entries, as well as sprite animations, as well as a clear game win and lose scenario, and as well as visual effects. So we're going to show you all of that. As you can see on the screen, we actually have 2 simulations running. On the left, we have my iPhone 6 Plus. On the right, we have the iPad. And we also have 2 rotating planets here. They are both using frame animation, using SK Actions, which is the way that we were supposed to do it. Let's go ahead and show you the visual effects. So this is on the iPhone. So let me go down here, and as you run into an asteroid here with your laser, you'll see that it turns into dust. So that is one visual effect. One of the other requirements is that we had to make the scaling appropriate for the iPad and the iPhone. So on the iPad, it still scales the same as it does on the iPhone, with the exception that some of the objects are bigger, as well as there are more of them that fill in the appropriate space because it is an aspect fill. As you'll notice, one of the things that we can do, unlike other scrollers, is we can scroll back and forth, as well as up and down as we're playing the game. So this adds a wonderful level of experience. Now, let me go ahead and go back to the practice flying for the iPad so I can show you what that looks like. And I'll go back to practice flying for the iPhone as well. As we can see, the size is about the same for both of them. There's a little bit more space in between the labels on the iPad as there is on the iPhone, but that's only accounting for the fact that we have more play area on side of the iPad because I didn't scale the play area up. I left that scaled down for more interaction with the user. Now, one of the other requirements was also that we had to have a pause button. So if I go home on both devices, if we launch another application or we swipe and we go back to either application, we see that we do have a resume game feature. So it will pause automatically when the application goes to the background or loses focus. If we click on resume, it will of course resume. Let's exit practice on both devices and go to start game on both devices. And we'll click pause at the top on both. So we do have a pause game as well. If we go ahead and click resume game on the iPad, I'll show you some visual effects for the ships that we put in. As you fire at a ship that has more than 1 health, you get some nice shield effects going. And when you destroy a ship, you see that it turns into a nice little gray mist, which is their particle engine exploding. I'll show you that here. There you go. And so we do have that as well. Also, one thing you'll notice that we do have damage textures. Probably didn't see it fast enough. When we get hit by a ship, let me go up here and get hit, you'll see that I now have a damage texture on my plane. Now I have 2 damage textures on my plane. If I hit another ship that's oncoming that has more than 1 life, you'll see that it also gets a damage texture, so we have visual feedback there as well. And one of the things that we were also required to show was another type of screen GUI element. As you can see at the top, we have the score as well as the health, so we take care of that too. So probably the hardest thing for me to do was aligning some of the animations in for the home screen. I did everything in sprite sheets now. There's no individual resources other than maybe the background images, because some of those are used in particle effects. But I did everything from the ships to the asteroids to the lasers. All of them are in a single sprite sheet, and then the planets are in their own sprite sheet. So I had to load 2 atlases into memory. And that was a little tricky because I wasn't sure how to do that. And then, of course, we had to reference each one of those. So I used a program called Texture Packer. And so I hope you guys like the game. If you do, let me know. Otherwise, have a great day. Oh, I suppose I should show you the game over condition here. I think you saw that once or twice already. There you go. There's our game over condition. As our health reaches 0, we get our game over screen. And you have the ability to retry or go back to the main menu. Alright guys, have a good one. Bye-bye.